Welcome to the Fairly Relatable Podcast.
It's like therapy with your best friends, minus the copay. So, obviously, the most exciting part of today is we have new mic stands. Is it? Yeah, mic stand.
Mic stand, correct.
Yeah, they're so cute. And they're pink. Which is so exciting. And it's actually really positive now that I'm thinking about it because it's not black.
Right. So this was a thing. This was a thing that came up last night. We all went out we have like a group of what, 5 of us?
There's 5 of us.
Why did I not even know how many of us there were last night?
There's 5 of us.
There's
we
5
went
of us.
out for the holidays and we'll talk about it. It was such a fun night, but we received some very sweet, constructive criticism.
Feedback.
Sure, feedback.
From our dear friend who has got an eye for style and
Marketing,
aesthetic.
design. We very much respect
Erin.
her input.
Yes. Thank you, Erin. So the feedback we got was, I'll just say it, we always wear all black. So look at us today.
So it was that we need to soften the look.
Yeah. This is soft, but you are wearing black.
But I'm wearing lavender over the black.
I feel like this is an improvement. We're getting
And
there.
we have, instead of black mic stands, we have pink mic stands.
Yeah. So we're trying to soften it a bit.
And I will say, when I was getting dressed today, I made some comment, I don't know, about like, I'm not sure what to wear. I said, I'm not sure what Kara's wearing. And my husband said, all black. Isn't that what you guys always wear? So Erin was very justified in her comment because
100%.
apparently we wear all black.
Yeah.
But black is my favorite color.
Oh my gosh, it's like I feel like it's every woman's favorite color.
You can't go wrong with black.
I know, and I love like black on black.
Yes, black on black. So while there is a little bit more color today, I'm not giving up the black.
I know. It's kind of like my comfort space.
Yeah. But we'll try to bring in more softness.
We're going to try to lighten it up a little.
I love that last night, both of our reactions when she was like, you could just make things a little bit softer. We were both like, we are who we are. And we didn't know it was about the color of our clothing. We thought it was our personality. So like, I can't soften my personality. I was like, my personality is not getting any softer. And then both of us looked at each other and were like, I'm wearing black. You change your clothes. But no,
so here we are in our softened color palettes. Feel good about it.
Hopefully these mics make everything better and easier.
I know, but I feel like no matter what our mic stands look like and no matter what we're wearing, for whatever reason, all people on YouTube are talking about is our feet.
So this is important. We need to talk about this because I'm watching us right now. You can't even see our feet.
Like, look, you can literally see a couple toes of mine.
Okay. You guys, when we post an episode, every single time we get 1 to 3 comments on YouTube about feet.
Only feet.
Enjoy the show. And then 3 feet emojis or just love the feet. We're in some fucked up algorithm. Someone's playing a joke on us. Something happened because every comment's about feet.
And like, have you noticed some of the comments are from women?
Yeah, it's like
something.
So there's like one person showing up as all these people, or we're in like a
weird algorithm,
a tunnel of foot fetishes. We're being fetishized.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this thing where like women will feel fetishized. Like if a guy's into, I have to reference my 1,000-Pound Sister show.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like really, and I know it's an old show. I thought it was new, but apparently there's like 6 seasons and I'm only on like season 3 or whatever. But there's like fetishes, and like one of the women in it determines that the guy she was dating is basically just like only into her because she's like 600. She's probably like 650 pounds. So like she's being fetishized.
Okay.
Right? Because he's basically.
Yes, but if a man or a woman's with somebody because they're into like brown hair or.
Right. Where do we draw the line?
Isn't it all like it's whatever you're into? So is it a fetish or you're just attracted to 1,000-pound humans?
Right. But I guess like, so with the foot fetish thing, and like, we have a friend that she went on a couple dates and with a guy that was just like really into her feet. It's like, I think what makes it a fetish is when
where's that line?
There's like a whole like clinical aspect to fetishism.
Wait, can you talk about it?
It's not it's like kind of out of my scope because I don't know a whole lot about it. I don't specialize in it. But it's like when
What
you
if you
reduce some,
did?
I mean, it's never too late
I
with all the
mean, that would
foot
be
feedback we're
that
getting.
would be really fun.
But it's basically like you reduce the person to that one trait. So it's like this guy was only into our friend, not only, but that's how it feels. Is it's like her feet was really what he was into.
Okay, so do you remember the Sex and the City episode? She's dating the politician. I've started from the beginning. By the way, I'm on season 3. I'm rewatching all of it.
That's fun.
And she's dating the politician and she really likes him and everything's great. And they're lying in bed and he says, is there anything I'm not doing for you that you need? And she's like, no, 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 it's great. And then she's like, well, wait, is there anything I'm not doing for you that you need? And he's like, well, everything's fantastic, but I'd love for you to pee on me in the shower.
Right.
So that's his fetish. But that doesn't take away that he likes her. Some people, like, he just wants to be pissed on.
I look at
in
that
his
more as a
relationship.
kink. Like that's a kink.
Oh, okay.
So nuance is my favorite word, by the way. There's like a lot of nuance in it.
Okay, so that's his kink. But like when someone's dating someone and they're into their feet, it's not like they're just dating feet. They still want to talk to the human. So isn't that a kink? Or is it a fetish?
I don't know. I don't know.
Kink or fetish?
Yeah, weigh in, guys. Drop us some comments. Not about our feet.
Except if
Unless
it's
you're answering
about,
our question.
yeah, about feet.
Feet.
What are other fetishes?
Dude.
So there's like the foot fetish.
So there's men.
I mean, there's so many.
So there's men who are into really, really like morbidly obese women. The whole psychology behind it, supposedly, and I haven't fact checked this, is that they're into feeding the woman. They're into feeding her so that basically she gets to a point where like her body gives out on her and she's just immobile. So I don't know.
Wait, and then what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Did they just like jump ship and move to someone else?
Or do they just jump on?
Or do they just, it's like they're just in a bed all the time and they have like free reign access to them? I don't really know.
I imagine having sex with someone who's 1,000 pounds is difficult.
I wouldn't mind seeing like a cartoon video of how that would play out.
Cartoon porn.
Yeah. Just to like see, because they talk about that on the show, and I'm obviously your
about them
mind.
having sex.
Yeah, she's dating a guy.
Can't walk.
She can barely walk. It's sad.
So she's a bottom.
Presumably, yes. There's a lot of fetishes.
Wait,
There's
is
like
really, really, really skinny?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Usually the guys are very, very thin.
Yeah.
And they met in a BBL chat group on the characters on the show, which is big, beautiful. Sorry, BBL. BBL.
That's a face thing, right?
That's like a Brazilian butt lift.
And it's like a face treatment.
BBW. Big, beautiful women.
Okay.
And he says it, like he owns it. He's like, yeah, we met and like,
but
she's trying to lose. The whole point is the show is she's trying to lose weight to have the gastric surgery, and he's bringing snacks over all the time. So she's like, it's like hard for her to.
Sounds super staged.
No,
I
don't think it's staged. It's an issue. It becomes an issue to where the family starts like basically confronting the guy and saying, this is life or death for her. You cannot bring Doritos and Cheetos around. Like she has to lose weight.
They're sisters, right?
They're sisters. The other one loses enough weight to have the surgery.
Because she's not dating anybody.
She's married.
Oh.
She's married, but it's not a fetish thing with them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fascinating. But there's so many fetishes. There's so many like in the DSM, the therapy book, they used to call them paraphilias, and I think they've changed that. But I mean, there's so many. There's like voyeurism where you like you get off like watching people have sex. There's frauderism where you get off like, you're in the elevator, and this has happened to our good friend and it's happened to me, where you're in an elevator and the guy like brushes up against you. That's frauderism.
What does that mean?
They like get off on like rubbing up like
like a guy you're with, or just
like a stranger. There's exhibitionism where people like flashers, they get off like flashing people.
Wait, am I allowed to talk about a story from when we were teenagers?
Probably.
Remember what happened to your sister?
Yes, she experienced some of that stuff.
She was like full on.
She was young too. That's a paraphilia.
We were young.
Yeah,
that was disturbing.
Yeah. So
Wasn't he
lots
like
of fetishes.
parked on the street?
Yeah.
Um, I mean,
It's fascinating.
some people, what's it called when you want to have sex in public?
That would be
You know what? Sex in the City is a really good,
that's exhibitionism.
it's a really good like
It's a
research.
wealth of knowledge.
They really, really tap into a lot of this stuff.
Okay, I feel like I finally got the mic in the right place.
Yeah, I don't know if mine is.
It's a little like cumbersome, but I like it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. On every social media platform, there's nothing about our feet. Unless you go to YouTube, then every single comment's about feet. So, Hazel, if you know why we haven't asked you yet, Hazel edits and
She's like our VA.
does everything for the show. So, Hazel, do you know why every comment's about feet?
There's my foot again.
Um, I know we talk about this every episode, but because there's so much traction with the feet, I think we should monetize it.
I know. I feel like you talk about this in every
Because
episode.
again, it's like right in front of us.
Well, and I mean those extracurriculars are really starting to add up. So,
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Okay. So yeah, anyways, last night we went out. It was so fun. We went
So fun.
out, the five of us, which we don't get to do a lot, where we're just like not rushing to get home. Like we're on a 2-hour limit.
Right.
It was for the holidays and it was so fun. And we do this beauty gift exchange thing where last night we had a $50 limit. Ay. Just trying to sit. And we bring our favorite beauty products and then we do a little gift exchange and we all end up with someone else's favorite beauty product, which was super fun. Kara ended up with all of them actually because we needed her
all
to
of them in
carry
my
them.
purse right now. So,
But yeah, it was
really fun.
so
we went to
fun.
the Four Seasons.
It was like different. It was different. The crowd was
Four Seasons?
Yeah, I was amazed. I don't really hang out at the Four Seasons.
Well, I mean, neither do I.
But I was like kind of like taken it back and Candace pointed it out. It makes it, she's like, yeah, it feels like we're in like Manhattan. Like you're in like this like nice bar, but like all the men were in suits. The women were dressed super differently than like a lot of women dress.
Right.
Where we live. Like it was very matronly and kind of plain Jane and just I don't know. Like maybe they were from out of town. It was a very different vibe. I felt like we were in Westlake Village.
Right. I feel like they do like so there's like the Westlake golf course, right? And there's Sherwood in the area. So I think a lot of like golf events take place. So a lot of like the guys with the suits and the vests and all that kind of stuff. I feel like they're all golf and then the wives are there.
It was very much like we were young there.
We were young there.
We were young
we're
there.
the old ones now.
Yeah.
Although the bouncer at the next place we went to thought we were all 25.
He did not. He just wanted to ID us.
No, I think he really thought we were 25.
No, he didn't. There's no way. We
don't sell yourself short.
We did not look 25.
Speak for yourself.
All right, well, the fact that we ended up back at Bogey's is...
Oh my gosh. Everyone always ends up at Bogey's.
It's called Louis.
I know. They've rebranded. It's all upscale now.
It looks exactly the same. Maybe a different fire pit.
Just white curtains.
Yeah.
How's holidays?
Yeah, how's it going?
I am one of those where I start shopping in like November and I do a lot of it online. A lot of Amazon. I don't like doing them all. Like, I can't.
Well, first of all, there's probably hardly anything to get. You could get so much more online.
Totally. And cheaper.
Here, you know what you want to, speaking of shopping online, look to your left. See that hoverboard?
Yeah.
Target. My daughter wants a light up hoverboard. Okay.
So awesome.
Well, the best part is she's had 2 other hoverboards. They always collect dust. She goes to a friend's house who has a light up hoverboard. She's like, I really want a light up hoverboard for Christmas. I said, Sydney, you've had 2 and they always end up in the garbage. No, now I want.
This time will be different.
Let's go for round 3. So I buy it from Target. Target delivers it like that. just like that.
Oh, like
Not
no,
in a
not
brown
in a
box. Like
box,
it's a
just like the
box, you guys,
product
that just
box.
shows the hoverboard on the box. So I'm picking up the kids from school and I walk up to the front door with Sydney and the hoverboard box is sitting right there. What if that was her gift from Santa? She still believes in Santa.
Dude, Amazon did that too. They dropped the Barbie Dream House. It's in the box and you
Right.
can see the whole thing on
So
it.
Sydney's like, it's okay, mommy. I'll ask the price. But like, what if that was like her Santa gift?
Wait, so what was it for?
I mean,
Just for
just
whatever.
one of her Christmas gifts.
So she saw it.
Oh yeah. No, we walked right up. She goes, Mom, you got the hoverboard.
How have they not
I
figured
called
this
Target.
out?
I called Target.
Good for you.
And I said, listen, I want you to know this was delivered. You're talking to whoever, right? But she was nice. I was like, I want you to know this got delivered and it wasn't in a brown box and it was for the holidays. And my daughter saw it. Like she walked up to the front door and she saw it. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, we understand. How would you like us to fix this? And I should have been
I
like,
love when they ask that
she
question.
doesn't believe it anymore. No, but I said,
Christmas.
honestly, you can't really fix this, but I want you to know. So you put everything in a brown
Right.
box.
Right.
And she
Seems
she
fairly
gave me
common
a
sense.
$10 credit.
Okay.
I mean, it's very sweet. But shame on you, Target.
The magic of Christmas has been
The magic of Christmas. Speaking of the magic of Christmas, Sydney's in the other room, so I have to be careful, but she still believes in Santa.
How old is she?
She is 10.
Wow.
And I can't decide if she really believes or she's going to continue to choose to believe.
Mm,
I think this
interesting.
might be like, she wants to keep going with it because it's more fun.
It is fun.
So we're doing, I feel like she can hear me. We're doing Elf on the Shelf.
Right?
And this year, because of Candace, Valentina told her the elf brings a baby if you ask the elf to have a baby. So she asked for the elf to have a baby. So now we have an elf and a baby.
Oh, like the elf and an elf baby.
We have our elf, and now the elf has a baby. There's a baby
cute.
elf.
No,
So we start doing the things every night. And after I put her to bed, I like go into the other part of the house to do it. And she says to me 2 nights ago, she goes, I think I'm starting to not believe in the magic of Christmas because every night after you put me to bed, you go to the kitchen.
she's on it.
Because I think she knows. And I
Right.
was like, no, I don't. And then she's like, do you think, she's like, the elf used to do cooler things.
Like what?
It used to hang from the lights and it used to
Oh.
be in the Christmas tree. But now I have this baby elf that can't hang from shit. So I'm
Right.
just, but yeah, she's like, if she let herself know, she would know. But she's choosing to,
She's choosing. I like that.
yeah. And Adam knows to keep his mouth shut.
So my daughter is almost 8. She'll be 8 in February, and we got the elf, of course. And I don't know how it all went down, but we were all kind of hanging in the living room. I was laying down, and then the kids they went into my son's room and they had the door closed for a second. So I moved the elf. And then when they came back out, they noticed it had moved and they were like freaking out. They thought it was so cool. And I was like, yeah, I heard that, the elf isn't good. She was like, oh, maybe it'll move again. I'm like, well, I heard that the elf isn't going to move if you're watching it. So they go back into the room. I move it again and then run and lay back down. So it looks like I'm like, I haven't. This is like on repeat probably 7 times. And
But
I started to
don't
get
just
tired.
do it every night?
No, it just like was fun in the moment to kind
Okay.
of do it.
Okay.
And then I said, I was like tired of doing it. And I
Yeah.
said, guys, I think the elf gets to a point where it runs out of energy and it has to sleep overnight to recharge.
Yeah.
So we do that. Okay. Middle of the night. Nah, not middle of the night. Sorry. Presley hadn't gone to bed yet. It was like 11 p.m. She comes into the room and she goes, Mama, I'm a little scared. I said, what are you scared of? And she's like, kind of about the elf. I mean, just the part that it like moves, like it makes it seem that it moves on its own. And she was really scared. And I
think about Santa. That
how
shit's scary too.
insanely creepy. And
It's all
for like a
creepy.
kid. And I was like, she was really upset about like really starting. I could tell she was really scared. So I was like, Presley, I was like, I said, do you really think the elf is moving on its own? And she was like, mm-hmm. I said, Levy, we're moving it. So I kind of had to ruin it. And she was like, oh. And then she goes, will you keep doing it?
Oh,
Like she still wanted us to do it.
You
But
gotta
then-
make a parenting call in the moment.
I know.
You just gotta do it.
Like if I had just been like, I don't know, I think the elf moves on its own, she couldn't have gone back to sleep because that's creepy. That
And
little thing
nothing
moving
is
around
more
your house.
important than your kid going back to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it is a whole thing. And then just for anyone that has young kids that hasn't started Elf on the Shelf, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it because such a hassle. I next year, if we're still doing this, I'm gonna buy a box. You can buy a box that gives you an activity for every single night.
Oh, that's cute.
I went to buy one this year and it's sold out,
That's cute.
but it's a hassle. Sometimes I don't think I can get away with it this year because she's older, but like sometimes the elf would just like break its leg and have to take like a week to recover.
Well, yeah, there's like it's all on the parents. There's this like expectation.
Yeah, no, it's and our kids get Christmas and bleh,
Can we good?
Hanukkah. So we do everything.
Christmas.
Well, this year it's legitimately Christmas because they're on the same day. Yeah.
Oh,
This year is pretty crazy
cool.
because Christmas and Hanukkah are on the same day, and then Hanukkah goes for 8 nights. So Hanukkah extends into January.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. So,
How does that happen with the dates change? How does that? Christmas is always the 25th,
yeah, Hanukkah, I don't know. Last year it was around Thanksgiving.
but how is it determined when Hanukkah is?
Phone a friend. Should I call Ilana Fox? I don't know.
It probably has something to do with like the last whatever of whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I know it's later. My sister gave me an idea this year because it's really a hassle to give your kids Christmas gifts and then you want it to look like bountiful and like they're getting all these gifts, but then
Beautiful.
you're also giving them like Hanukkah gifts and then they're spoiled and you're broke.
Right.
So this year, every night of Hanukkah, they're just going to get a certain amount of money and then they can use that money to buy
Oh,
a
that's cool.
gift.
That's
Yeah,
a good
my
idea.
sister gave me that idea. It's a good idea because otherwise it is, or we use Hanukkah for like the gift from a grandparent, the gift from an aunt, instead of like us
Right.
giving gifts because it's a lot.
It's so expensive.
It's so
And the thing
expensive.
about the whole Santa thing that I'm not crazy about is like, it's like we're buying all the gifts. We're
We have to
wrapping.
get credit
Why is some dude in a red suit with a beard
getting
getting
the
credit?
credit. No
You know what
kidding.
I mean? Like, who
Yeah.
decided that?
I don't know, but yeah,
Like, I want the credit. But yeah, we also don't
right.
want to spoil the magic of Christmas. But
No,
I
they
take the
have fun
credit.
with the magic of Christmas, but Adam a couple years ago figured it out and it was just that's fine. But don't tell your sister. I remember though when he figured it out about all the things and looked at me like I was crazy when he woke up one day and the tooth fairy hadn't left him money. And I was like, you just told me she doesn't exist. He's like, I still want the money.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
Fair, but
You either believe or you don't.
yeah, that's not it. That's not
Oh
what
my
we're
gosh. So
doing.
I did like a reel on TikTok. I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but because it's about the holidays.
Oh, and it didn't
It like
land.
did not clearly it didn't land well. It was a total joke. I was just talking
I mean,
really quickly to the camera.
I got it.
I feel like most people would get it. I had like a very stressed out look on my face and was like, do any other parents get really excited for the Christmas season when you can use the gifts as leverage and threaten to take away
Yeah,
the
like
blah, 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 blah.
the elf can see you.
Right. And then like I got like these comments of like, no. And then one was like ruining the magic of Christmas and blah 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 blah, blah. It's like slow
She got
down.
parent shamed.
I
For
did.
sure.
Like slow down. It's not that deep. It's a joke. People say way harsher
But I
shit.
wish you would have left
I
it.
should see.
You gotta own that
I
shit.
gotta own that shit.
She took it down.
I know.
I read those and I was like, that's so
Now I'm
funny.
mad I took it down.
Put it back up.
I might.
Just put that shit back up. And then we can reply to the comments.
Right. Like
Relax.
you're gonna give yourself a nosebleed.
Relax, Karen.
It's not that deep.
Deep. What are you guys doing for Christmas?
We'll just be local. Parents' house.
Yeah.
Probably sister, her kids, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. But we got our tree up.
Oh, I still have to decorate. We have a Christmas tree that needs to be decorated. And then I have the white tree in the other room that I have to decorate in blue and silver balls. And just knowing 2 trees have to get decorated is a little overwhelming.
The kids can do it, can't they? Or
But
do
they
you want
don't
them to look a certain way?
I have to relinquish control. City wants.
So it's phrase I just used when they kids decorated. Because they put up all the ornaments
All in one spot and then all the wrong places.
and like
I have a
and the
vision.
things they make at school, which are so cute, right? But then also
Yeah.
the things that like other people have sent us, all the ornaments from like forever, and it's just all over
Or
the
like
tree. And
there's
I'm like,
cluttered here, there's empty space here. And when
yeah,
I decorate my house or I like do anything. A charcuterie, like I just had like a vision and I
Yes.
want it to be just so.
Yep.
And okay, so a couple years ago we bought a fake Christmas tree because when we would buy the real Christmas trees, by the time you take them out, the amount of pine needles that are
Oh,
all over your
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
So we buy this fake Christmas tree, and a fake Christmas tree, they're not cheap.
No.
And
How
then
much was yours?
that one a few years ago,
Yeah, like what's the average that you
that one we probably maybe it was like 400,
for a fake?
yeah.
Whoa, ours was like $130.
Some are more. Well, we just bought one again. I'll tell you
Oh,
why. And it
okay.
was less. We bought the only one in the store that was 9 feet and it was 250.
9 feet.
It's not like the leaves aren't as like realistic as they could be, but it was that or a 7 footer in the room. I wanted a 9 footer and that was the only one. Anyways,
Right.
the dog eats the ornaments. You know how
I feel
Candace
like
sent
your
us
dogs eat everything.
well, it's just the one dog. The other dog is fine. But how Candace sent us a picture of the cat in the tree.
Yeah.
Phoebe, as soon as I decorate the tree, there's going to be broken ornaments everywhere. So what we did 2 years ago is we put one of those scent things in there to make the tree smell. Anyway, to deter the dog.
Oh.
That thing smells so bad, even though we've taken it out of the tree. It's not just this putrid smell that you walk into, but it almost like coats your tongue.
Ew.
So Ben put up the tree and Adam immediately, he has like supersonic smell. And immediately Adam's like, ew, I could smell that stuff from the tree. And then Cindy could smell it. And I just looked at Ben and I was like, that can't be good for us to breathe all month long.
Right.
So we had to chuck the tree and we had to get a brand new one. The one he got was the only one in the store. So it could have white, it's pre-lit. So the lights can be white or multicolored.
Ooh.
I obviously just want
White.
and Sydney obviously just wants multicolor and
Right.
is shaming me for not allowing them. Why does it have to be pretty? Why can't you just let it be fun? So now I'm gonna have a multicolored lit up Christmas tree.
Okay, so you're gonna go with multicolored for the kids.
What am I gonna do?
I know. Can you
I told
imagine
her-
if you were like,
I told her it could be multicolored unless we're having people over. But I want the white light.
that's fair,
right?
That's yes,
Because we're
that's a
gonna have
happy
our
compromise, happy medium.
the company holiday party is gonna be here.
That's so
And
fun.
I want like the white lights, and we're doing a thing next weekend with our friends for Hanukkah, and I want the white lights.
Right,
And
right.
yeah, just when we're entertaining.
It's fair.
We'll see if she lets it fly. But yeah, Ben loves decorating outside and I love decorating inside, but I still don't like to be helped.
Yeah, I know. I wrestle with that a lot. That whole like relinquishing control thing. That is verbatim what I said. And I did. I was like, all right, no, it's about having fun. I'm like,
Yeah.
Kara,
I'll
stop
let them
making it about
decorate
yourself.
the trees,
Yeah, they can have that.
but not like the mantles.
But dude, do you feel like you're bleeding money holiday season? I just between like obviously there's like, kids are in dance, kids go to school, kids go to jiu you get the instructors gifts, you get the teachers gifts, which I'm happy to do. You get, and then we've got like competition where we buy all the makeup and then the costumes and then our friends gift exchange. Like I'm happy to do it. But damn. Like everything's so expensive.
It's a lot. It's like painfully a lot.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I mean, so that foot option.
Well, you know what, Kara? Sooner or later, I'm going to wear you down. We're going to do it because why the hell? Lily Allen is a singer.
Yep.
And she says she makes more money off her feet pics than she has from her albums.
Dude, I believe it.
You can't convince me her feet are that much better than ours.
Let's get like a visual of Lily Allen's feet. I'll pull it up.
Wait, I think you have to log into the site.
What? No, people have to have taken screenshots and put it on.
You think so?
For sure. Lily Allen feet.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you find her feet?
I mean, yeah, these are her feet. Let me.
Come on, we can do that.
Lily Allen's feet, y'all.
We can do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I don't know. There's just like a lot of money available.
There is. Wow, her feet are really something.
Wait, why?
I mean, like 1 foot. They're just so different. You know what? There is a
That
market.
pinky doesn't touch the floor.
Right. There's a market for everything.
Well, I have the one where my second toe's longer than my big toe.
Right.
That
That's
means you're good
probably a
in
whole,
bed.
that's a fetish within a fetish.
I know, it means you're good in bed.
I don't have anything. I have some bunions I could work with.
People like bunions.
My toenails chipped.
Yeah. You could have chipped toenails and bunions.
Why isn't there well, there's a fetish for everyone. There's probably so many fetishes we're not even aware of, but like,
Does
why
she
isn't
have bunions?
I can't tell. Maybe,
Oh.
maybe like mild. Are there hand fetishes? There has to be, that has to be a thing.
I wanted to look up a list of fetishes, but I don't want it in my algorithm.
Why? You do it. Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna Google most common.
Well, I want to know the difference between a fetish
Most
and a
common
kink.
fetishes. All right. Masochism, obviously. Sadism, ugh.
What's that?
It's like sadomasochism. Like masochism is where you're the receiver of the pain. Sadism is where you're the giver.
Would you ever let yourself be like tied up in chains?
No.
I think something happened to me in my past life because the idea of being tied up and restrained,
Ugh.
nothing sounds worse.
I mean, I think most people would agree with you. I did,
think
however,
like that.
I did
Well, it's on
want
Sex and the
to
City.
wrap myself in Christmas lights and just like take a video of it. I thought that would be funny.
I don't know how it's related to what we were
talking about. What I thought about it at work the other day. Okay. Urophilia, arousal from sexual acts involving urine.
Okay.
Such as golden showers or water sports.
So what's
a water sport? I know what a golden shower is.
What's
a water? It's a sexual, it has to be sexual water sport.
Like water polo?
Oh my gosh. Wax play, enjoyment from having hot
it's pain.
Right. Hot wax poured onto oneself or someone else.
Ooh,
This
people do it
is
to themselves.
fascinating. Gagging, enjoyment from the sound of someone choking or from
but that's
gagging.
the thing.
Of course,
in all my smut books, they really reference like taking it all the way back and the guy getting so turned on from the gag.
And the
sound.
ball, right? Isn't there like a ball people
No. Oh, maybe, but I'm talking about like
the D.
The D, and then hits me in the back of the throat and I gag and he
That's that. Orgasm control includes forced orgasms, forced orgasm denial, no idea what that is, and edging, which is repeatedly stopping just before climax to increase arousal.
That's not a fetish, that's a technique.
All right. You heard it here first. Foot fetishism, doy. One of the most common sexual fetishes. Of the groups about body parts or features, 47% belong to groups about feet. I'm going to make this a very podophilia, not pedophilia. Podo. 9% about body fluids, including urophilia, that's the urine, scatophilia, I can only imagine it's probably feces, lactophilia, probably milk. Menophilia. Ew, like menstruation. Mucophilia, which is probably mucus. Then there's hair fetish, 7%.
How do people know they have these fetishes? Like,
I don't think a lot of them do know they have these fetishes.
At what point in their life are they like turned on by that?
Well, there's so much. Yeah. Like, I want to know like the brain chemistry. How does it happen?
I'm sure there's a documentary you can watch and report back.
Okay. There's a thing called muscle worship. That's a fetish where you like worship the person's muscles.
What? That sounds boring.
The complete list of fetishes and kinks.
What's the difference?
I don't know, but the photo that popped up is a little disturbing.
Fetish.
Masochism. Oh, group sex. Group sex involves threesomes, foursomes, and
that's the next thing I was going to ask you is like
sports gear. There's a fetish of sports gear. Armpits. Balloons.
Okay, here. Kink versus fetish. A kink, an umbrella term for sexual acts or interests usually considered out of mainstream sexual activities. Fetish, a sexual interest or fixation on a particular act or object that is absolutely vital for sex for a person to achieve sexual fulfillment. And what they have in the middle, because it's a Venn diagram, is that what those are called? Deserving of exploration in a consensual, judgment-free space.
Judgment-free space.
Judgment-free.
Hey, to each their own. There's a shoe for every.
So if you have a fetish or a kink, and you're dating someone new, do you wait to bring it up while you're in the moment in the act, or do you just like forewarn, like, hey, this is like a thing for me?
Right. Well, it probably depends how they've met because they maybe met in like a forum,
Well, I mean, if you
right?
don't know.
If you don't know, I don't know. We need to get someone on the podcast who has a fetish and
Yeah.
ask, like, when do you disclose this?
Yeah.
Maybe they put it on their profile, if they're on like a dating site. I don't know.
Yeah.
Suits. If seeing someone in a uniform or business suit arouses you, you
Okay.
might have a suit kink.
So last night there was a suit fetish going on. Maybe that was all intentional.
Maybe
I've never seen so many suits in my
at the
life.
Four Seasons.
Yeah.
Used underwear.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. We could sell our used underwear.
That's true.
We could just mail it. That's a good way to make money.
Voyeurism. A voyeur is someone who derives sexual pleasure from watching others get it on. Though it's important to note this must be consensual.
Well, shouldn't it all?
There's a map of the United States and it breaks. Oh my gosh. There's a map of the United States and it breaks down. I don't know what state that is, but the most common one is sadism, cuckolding,
What did you just
masochism.
say?
Cuckolding?
Cuck?
Cuck. C-U-C-K?
What's that?
I don't know. I forget. Oh my gosh. Can anyone guess? Like we have like an interactive audience. Can anyone guess what California's most common fetish is?
Are you sure I think they're just putting the fetishes in the States.
No, a fetish map of the United States based on Google Trends search data.
I
California,
saw it. It's wax.
wax play. Nevada, armpits. I don't
Like
know what
hairy
state that
armpits
is.
or
I don't
smelling
know.
armpits or smelly
Is this
armpits.
Alaska? Fisting?
Isn't that what's fisting?
I think you had it right.
But which hole?
I don't know if it matters.
Wait, ow.
Chastity belts. Whipping is Texas.
Oh, I can't. This all sounds so painful. Why are fetishes so painful? Like, clearly I'm boring.
Florida's piercing. What's New York?
Mm.
BDSM. Oh wait, no, that's Maine. I don't know what New York is. This is
We're
fascinating.
boring.
Boring or we just fall into the mainstream
I don't
of
know.
interest.
But like, how do you know that's mainstream? You don't know.
This is a whole thing. What is considered normal? Is it like what society says is normal? Because like that's kind of arbitrary.
Right, what, how did this episode was supposed to just be about the holidays, right?
But I feel like it got way more interesting.
I mean, for sure, but I just don't know how we got here.
I don't either, but I'm glad we're here.
I don't know. I think we know a lot of people that do a lot more shit than we know.
100%.
I don't know who and I don't know what, but I think there's no way the people we know are mainstream.
Yeah, well, I
All the
heard,
people
and
we
this
know.
is like anecdotal. I heard that like the Sherwood area, so Sherwood is like this really upscale. Yeah, with like Lake Sherwood and all that. It's named after the Robin Hood movie. I think part of Robin Hood was actually filmed there
Oh, I didn't know
in
that.
Westlake. And yeah, apparently there's like this like underground
Well, Mom Talk, in
swinging.
Utah, that was all
Swinging.
got exposed and fell apart and I guess then started because of soft swinging. So it's like when you have these group of friends, whether it's Sherwood, Utah, wherever, like how does it get initiated?
Somewhat, there's always one person that starts it.
And does it ever end well?
I think we could make an argument it ends well. What do you mean? Like climax?
No. Not the act.
Like the marriage?
Like the situation, like the Mom Talk, the Mormon girls in Utah, the TV show, that whole group of friends, like that, all that, they all fell apart.
From what? They
The
were
marriages,
swinging?
they were soft swinging.
What is soft swinging?
I guess not sex, but I think some of it was sex. I don't know. I don't pay enough attention.
I think a lot of couples go into it thinking they can like
Have fun.
do it and have fun and they're both on board. But then, I mean, think about it this way. This is how I see it. And it's swinging culture is out of my scope. Okay. And like, you do you, I don't judge. But I feel like people think like, yeah, that'd be hot. Da, da, da. And then they do it. Someone can catch feelings.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then
Mhm.
there goes the marriage
Or
there goes-
jealousy.
or jealousy
Yeah.
after the fact.
That's why I said, like, do you think it ever ends? Wow. Okay. So we know somebody
Mhm.
who decided they wanted an open marriage
Mhm.
and got married, told the person that he married that he wanted this type of relationship. And before they opened it, I believe they did like a good amount of therapy, like specific therapy to this, to just understand how it was all going to work. And then they're married, and she's very public on her social media about this complete other relationship that she has.
Oh yeah.
And he isn't as much, but I think I don't know if he's in like, I'm not in regular contact with this person, but like, I don't know if he's in relationships or just dates and I remember years ago when I was asking, like, how does that even work? Like, do you not wear a ring when you go out? And he's like, no, like, I'm very open. Like, it's a community that's just very open about like, this is what it is. And they're all like into that.
Yeah. I mean, it works for some people. And I think actually the therapy part is kind of crucial because you have to look at like the boundaries. What are the boundaries?
Right.
How's it going to play out?
How's it going to play out? What happens?
Yeah. What are we allowed to do?
God, never, I don't know.
No, say it. Just don't name names.
Well, no, I'm not going to name names, but it just makes me like at some point, like if your person is now, because she's very open about like she's in this committed other relationship. So she has like 2 committed relationships.
Holy.
Like, do they ever cross over?
Do you know how exhausting that sounds? Like I barely have time for my husband, let alone.
That's a good point.
Oh my gosh. So my husband and I were talking once, and we joke around a lot about, I wasn't actually accusing him of cheating, but we were talking like, I don't remember how it came up, but it was basically like, oh yeah, you got something on the side with her. And he was like, his first response was like, babe, I don't have enough time to be cheating on you.
No, it's true.
Like, he's like, I literally don't have time.
Now, if I did,
he wouldn't. He's like the most loyal person.
mm-hmm.
Very loyal. It works for some people. I think there's a lot of factors and nuance. I'm going to do one of those ChatGPT things where it'll pull up every time I say nuance in every episode. And then it'll just like, I'll do a reel of like nuance.
Can you also do it from when you go da 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 da?
I tried that.
It didn't work?
No, Justin tried that one. We did get one where we're saying like, yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Do we say it a lot?
Yeah. I got to upload that reel. Well, we got holidays. We got fetishism, kinks. I feel like that might wrap it up. Get it?
Holidays.
It works for fetish and holidays. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Like put on a condom?
Yeah.
Got it. Do you think dressing like Santa is a kink? That has to be a huge one.
For sure there's people into that. I brought a Mrs. Claus outfit, by the way, if you want to wear it for the next episode. Because I'm going to wear a Christmas onesie.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, for sure. There's something for everyone. Like a shoe for every foot.
I really think I need to find what's mine.
What's
yours?
You're into smut.
Oh, but that's like,
I think I'm boring.
Really boring.
I think
smut's
boring.
not that crazy.
I don't have like a thing, like a proclivity toward.
Ooh.
I know, it's such a good word.
Okay, wrapping it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye.
All right, guys, here's the deal. If you like what you hear,
and we know you do,
be sure to like, subscribe,
and write us a review.
That rhymes.